Dr. Sarah Chen stared at her monitor in disbelief, the numbers refusing to change despite multiple refreshes. At exactly 00 UTC on March 15, 2024, something impossible had occurred. Asteroid 99942 Apophis, the 370-meter space rock that had terrified astronomers since its discovery, had shifted course. The deviation was subtle but unmistakable. A 0.3-degree alteration that defied every gravitational model in existence. Chen's hands trembled as she cross-referenced data from observatories worldwide. The Arecibo Successor Facility, the European Space Agency, even classified military tracking stations, all confirmed the same horrifying reality. "This can't be natural," she whispered to the empty observatory. Apophis was supposed to pass Earth safely in 2029, a cosmic near-miss that would bring it closer than some satellites. But this trajectory change altered everything. The asteroid's new path showed microscopic adjustments occurring every 24 hours, always at midnight UTC. Each shift was precise, calculated, purposeful. Chen pulled up historical data, searching for precedent. Nothing. In the entire recorded history of astronomy, no asteroid had ever demonstrated such behavior. Her secure phone buzzed. Dr. Marcus Webb from NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office appeared on screen, his face pale. "Sarah, tell me you're seeing what I'm seeing." "The midnight corrections? Yes. Marcus, what could cause this?" Webb's pause stretched uncomfortably long. "Officially, we're investigating solar wind interactions and gravitational resonances. Unofficially," he glanced around nervously, "we need to meet. Tonight. There's something you need to see." As Chen prepared to leave, she noticed something else in the data, a faint electromagnetic signature emanating from Apophis, pulsing in perfect synchronization with each course correction. The abandoned warehouse outside Pasadena felt like something from a spy thriller. Dr. Webb waited in the shadows, clutching a weathered briefcase that seemed to contain the weight of the world. His usually composed demeanor had cracked, revealing raw fear beneath. "What I'm about to show you violates every security protocol I've sworn to uphold," Webb began, his voice barely above a whisper. "But if we don't act, humanity might not survive what's coming." He opened the briefcase, revealing classified documents stamped with clearance levels Chen had never seen. The first file contained radar signatures from 1999, the year Apophis was discovered. But according to these records, the asteroid had been tracked for months before its official discovery. "The military knew about Apophis before civilian astronomers," Webb explained. "But that's not the disturbing part. Look at this." He pointed to a series of spectral analyses. These readings show artificial materials embedded within the asteroid's structure, metals that don't exist naturally in our solar system. Chen's breath caught. The implications were staggering. "You're suggesting Apophis isn't entirely natural?" "I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you that deep space radar has detected geometric structures beneath the surface, structures that activate every time the asteroid makes one of its midnight adjustments." Webb pulled out photographs, grainy but unmistakable images showing angular formations protruding from Apophis's surface. The shapes were too precise, too symmetrical to be natural. They resembled technological constructs, dormant machinery waiting for activation. "There's more," Webb continued grimly. "3 other asteroids have exhibited similar behavior over the past decade. Each one eventually disappeared from our tracking systems. Apophis is the largest, the most sophisticated, and it's heading directly toward Earth." The warehouse suddenly felt colder as Chen realized they weren't just witnessing an astronomical anomaly, they were observing the approach of something deliberately guided. Dr. Chen returned to her observatory to find her access credentials revoked. Security personnel she'd never seen before occupied the facility, their black suits and earpieces suggesting federal involvement. Her research data had vanished from the servers, replaced by standard trajectory models showing Apophis following a perfectly normal path. Dr. Chen, a woman approached, her smile cold and professional. Agent Patricia Hayes, Department of Homeland Security, we need to discuss your recent observations. The interrogation lasted 6 hours. Hayes and her team asked detailed questions about Chen's communications with foreign observatories, her data-sharing protocols, and her contact with Dr. Webb. They claimed national security concerns required immediate classification of all Apophis-related research. What you believe you observed was a computational error, Hayes insisted. Solar interference caused false readings across multiple tracking systems. The asteroid remains on its predicted trajectory. But Chen knew better. During the interrogation, she'd noticed something crucial. Hayes occasionally glanced at her watch, checking the time with nervous precision. At exactly midnight, a subtle vibration shook the building. Hayes's expression tightened almost imperceptibly. After her release, Chen discovered that observatories worldwide had experienced similar technical difficulties. Astronomers in Chile, Australia, and Japan reported identical access restrictions. Online forums buzzed with deleted posts and banned accounts. The global astronomical community was being systematically silenced. That night, Chen received an encrypted message from an anonymous sender. The blackout protocol is active. They've been preparing for this moment for decades. Apophis isn't the first, and it won't be the last. If you want answers, follow the breadcrumbs they left behind. Start with Project Sentinel 1957. The message included coordinates to a location in Nevada and a warning. Trust no one in official positions. They've been compromised since the beginning. Chen stared at her darkened computer screen, realizing she was no longer just an astronomer studying a space rock. She was now a fugitive seeking truth in a world where that truth was being systematically erased. The coordinates led Chen to a desolate stretch of Nevada desert, where weathered concrete foundations marked the remains of a forgotten military installation. According to public records, the site had been abandoned since the 1960s, but fresh tire tracks in the sand suggested recent activity. Hidden beneath a camouflaged metal plate, Chen discovered an entrance to an underground facility. The corridors below were lined with outdated computer equipment and filing cabinets filled with documents dating back to the Eisenhower administration. Project Sentinel had been far more extensive than she'd imagined. The files revealed a chilling timeline. In 1957, military radar operators had detected unusual objects in deep space, asteroids that exhibited controlled movement patterns. Rather than alerting the scientific community, the government had initiated a classified monitoring program. For over 60 years, they'd been tracking these objects, studying their behavior, and preparing for eventual contact. One document particularly caught Chen's attention, a 1962 memo describing Visitor Protocol Alpha. The military had developed contingency plans for dealing with what they termed guided celestial objects. The protocol assumed these objects were reconnaissance probes, advanced scouts for something larger. Chen photographed hundreds of pages, her hands shaking as the implications became clear. The government hadn't just known about artificially controlled asteroids, they'd been expecting them. Apophis was part of a pattern that stretched back decades, possibly centuries. A noise from above interrupted her research. Footsteps echoed through the facility, accompanied by radio chatter. Chen quickly gathered the most crucial documents and searched for an alternate exit. The files mentioned a network of similar installations across the American Southwest, each monitoring different sectors of space. As she escaped through a maintenance tunnel, Chen realized the scope of the conspiracy. This wasn't just about hiding one anomalous asteroid. It was about concealing humanity's first contact with an intelligence that had been studying Earth for generations. Dr. Webb's encrypted message arrived at 3 a.m. "They're moving faster than expected. Meet me at the Goldstone facility. Come alone and bring everything you found in Nevada." The Deep Space Communications Complex at Goldstone had been tracking Apophis since its discovery, but Webb led Chen to a restricted section she'd never known existed. Behind multiple security doors lay a command center that rivaled NASA's mission control, filled with displays showing real-time data from dozens of deep space objects. "Welcome to the real Planetary Defense Coordination Office," Webb said grimly. "What the public sees is just a facade. This is where we've been monitoring the Sentinel network for 20 years. The displays showed a horrifying truth. Apophis wasn't alone. 17 other objects throughout the solar system exhibited similar controlled behavior. Some had been dormant for decades before suddenly activating. Others had arrived recently, slipping past conventional detection systems. We call them Sentinels because that's what they are. Watchers, gathering intelligence about Earth's technological development. Each one is positioned at strategic points throughout the solar system, creating a surveillance network that monitors everything we do in space. Webb showed Chen classified footage from various space missions. The International Space Station had captured images of objects that shouldn't exist, geometric shapes moving against the star field with obvious purpose. Mars rovers had detected artificial signals that were immediately classified and removed from public data. "The pattern is accelerating," Webb continued. "For decades, they maintained passive observation. But something changed in 2020. The Sentinels began active positioning, moving into formation around Earth. Apophis is the largest, the most sophisticated. We believe it's the command node." Chen studied the tracking data, her scientific mind racing. "If they've been watching us for decades, why reveal themselves now?" Webb's expression darkened. "Because we've reached a threshold. Our space technology, our global communications, our military capabilities, we've advanced to a point where we're no longer just a primitive species to be observed. We've become something else entirely." The implication hung heavy in the air. Humanity had graduated from subjects of study to potential threats. At exactly midnight UTC, every screen in the Goldstone facility flickered simultaneously. For 30 seconds, normal tracking data was replaced by something unprecedented, a complex mathematical sequence that repeated across all monitored frequencies. Chen recognized it immediately as a prime number progression, but with subtle variations that suggested artificial intelligence. "It's communicating," Webb whispered, his face illuminated by the pulsing displays. "Not just with us, but with the other Sentinels. They're coordinating." The signal originated from Apophis, but was being relayed to objects throughout the solar system. Each Sentinel acknowledged the transmission with its own unique response, creating a vast conversation conducted in mathematical language. Chen frantically recorded everything, knowing this might be humanity's first glimpse into alien communication protocols. Dr. Elena Vasquez, the facility's cryptography specialist, worked feverishly to decode the transmissions. "The base structure resembles our own mathematical constants," she reported. "Pi Euler's number, the golden ratio. But they're being modified in ways that suggest advanced understanding of physics we haven't discovered yet." The signals continued for exactly 17 minutes before abruptly ceasing. In the silence that followed, Chen noticed something alarming on the trajectory displays. Every Sentinel in the network had made microscopic course adjustments, tightening their formation around Earth. "They're not just communicating," Chen realized. "They're positioning for something. The question is what?" Webb pulled up historical data showing similar signal events over the past 4 years. Each transmission had been followed by increased Sentinel activity and technological advances on Earth that seemed almost too convenient to be coincidental. Breakthroughs in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and space propulsion had all occurred shortly after major signal events. What if they're not just watching us? Chen asked. What if they're guiding our development, pushing us towards some predetermined outcome? The possibility that humanity's technological progress had been artificially accelerated sent chills through the room. If true, it meant their entire civilization was following a script written by an intelligence they couldn't comprehend. 3 days after the signal intercept, observatories worldwide detected an unprecedented phenomenon. Apophis had begun emitting a low-frequency pulse that resonated through space like a cosmic heartbeat. The pulse was affecting other objects in the solar system, causing minor but measurable changes in their orbits. Chen and Webb monitored the situation from an abandoned radio telescope facility in West Virginia, having fled Goldstone when government agents arrived to shut down their research. The pulse frequency was increasing gradually, building towards something that defied conventional physics. It's using gravitational resonance, Chen observed, studying the data streams. Somehow Apophis is manipulating local space-time to create these effects. The technology required would be centuries beyond our current understanding. The pulse was also affecting Earth's magnetosphere, creating aurora displays at latitudes where they'd never been observed. Satellite communications experienced periodic disruptions that followed the pulse pattern exactly. Most disturbing of all, sensitive seismic equipment detected corresponding vibrations within Earth's crust. Dr. Webb received encrypted communications from colleagues worldwide, all reporting similar observations. The global scientific community was in chaos, with governments issuing contradictory statements and imposing increasingly strict information controls. Official sources claimed the phenomena were related to solar activity, but the evidence clearly pointed to artificial manipulation. "Look at this," Webb said, highlighting a series of data points. The pulse frequency is approaching 783 Hertz, the Schumann resonance. That's Earth's natural electromagnetic frequency. Chen felt a chill of recognition. If they match that frequency exactly, they could potentially influence every electromagnetic system on the planet. Our power grids, communications networks, even human brain activity operates within that frequency range. The implications were staggering. Apophis wasn't just approaching Earth, it was preparing to interface with the planet's natural systems. The acceleration event wasn't random. It was a carefully orchestrated preparation for something far more significant than a simple asteroid flyby. As they watched the pulse frequency climb steadily toward the Schumann resonance, both scientists realized they were witnessing the prelude to first contact. Chen's investigation led her to Dr. James Morrison, a former NASA engineer who had been quietly documenting Sentinel activity for over a decade. Morrison operated from a hidden facility beneath his ranch in Montana, where he'd assembled a network of amateur astronomers and whistleblowing scientists from around the world. The official space agencies know far more than they're admitting, Morrison explained, showing Chen his extensive database. I've been collecting leaked documents, insider testimonies, and suppressed research for years. The pattern is undeniable. They've been preparing for this moment since the 1960s. Morrison's network had identified over 30 sentinels throughout the solar system, each one positioned at mathematically precise locations that suggested advanced understanding of gravitational dynamics. The objects weren't randomly distributed. They formed a three-dimensional grid that encompassed Earth's orbital path. They're not just watching us, Morrison continued. They're creating a containment field. Every time we launch a deep space mission, it has to pass through their surveillance network. They know everything about our space capabilities, our technology, our intentions. The network had also documented instances of human technology being influenced by Sentinel proximity. Spacecraft that passed near these objects often experienced unexplained system upgrades, computer systems that suddenly operated beyond their design specifications, sensors that detected phenomena they weren't built to observe. Chen studied Morrison's evidence with growing alarm. "You're suggesting they've been actively interfering with our technology?" "Not interfering, enhancing. They've been gradually upgrading our capabilities, pushing us toward a specific technological threshold. The question is why?" Morrison showed her classified footage from the Voyager missions, revealing objects that had shadowed the spacecraft throughout their journeys. Similar phenomena had been documented during Mars missions, lunar expeditions, and even the Hubble Space Telescope deployment. Every major space achievement has been monitored, possibly guided by these entities. We're not exploring space independently. We're being led along a predetermined path. The realization that humanity's greatest achievements might have been orchestrated by an alien intelligence was both humbling and terrifying. As Apophis's pulse approached the Schumann resonance, strange phenomena began manifesting worldwide. Electronic devices experienced spontaneous upgrades, displaying capabilities their manufacturers insisted were impossible. Children born after 2020 demonstrated unusual sensitivity to electromagnetic fields, often predicting solar storms hours before official detection. Chen and Morrison monitored these developments from their hidden facility, watching as the pulse frequency climbed steadily towards 783 Hz. When it reached exactly 782 Hz, something extraordinary occurred. Every sentinel in the network synchronized their emissions, creating a harmonic resonance that enveloped the entire solar system. "They've achieved frequency lock," Morrison observed, his voice filled with awe and terror. "The entire network is operating as a single massive instrument." The synchronized pulse began affecting human consciousness in subtle but measurable ways. Sleep patterns shifted globally, with millions of people reporting identical dreams involving geometric patterns and mathematical sequences. Emergency rooms saw an influx of patients experiencing what doctors termed electromagnetic sensitivity syndrome. Dr. Webb, communicating through encrypted channels, reported that government facilities worldwide were detecting massive energy buildups within the Sentinel network. Military satellites observed geometric formations emerging from previously dormant asteroids, revealing technological structures that dwarfed humanity's greatest achievements. "It's not just Apophis," Webb transmitted. "Every sentinel is revealing its true nature. We're looking at a technological civilization that makes our space program look like stone tools." The frequency lock was also affecting Earth's geological systems. Seismic activity increased along specific fault lines that formed geometric patterns when viewed from space. Ocean currents shifted subtly, creating new circulation patterns that seemed designed to optimize global temperature distribution. Chen realized they were witnessing a planetary-scale engineering project. The Sentinels weren't just observing Earth, they were preparing to modify it according to some vast, incomprehensible plan. "The question isn't whether they're going to make contact," she told Morrison. "The question is whether humanity will survive the process." Government facilities worldwide activated emergency protocols as the Sentinel network reached full synchronization. Chen intercepted classified communications revealing that world leaders had been briefed on the situation months earlier. A secret international committee had been established to manage what they termed the Revelation Protocol. Humanity's first official contact with an alien intelligence. The protocol documents, leaked by Morrison's network, revealed shocking details about the government's knowledge of the Sentinels. They'd been in limited communication with the entities for over 50 years, receiving technological guidance in exchange for allowing unrestricted observation of human development. "We've been partners in our own surveillance," Chen realized, reading through the classified files. Every major technological breakthrough, the internet, GPS, satellite communications, was developed with alien assistance. The partnership had operated under strict conditions. Humanity was allowed to develop naturally, while the Sentinels gathered data about human psychology, social structures, and technological adaptation. In return, they provided subtle guidance that accelerated human development toward a specific goal. That goal was now becoming clear. The Sentinels weren't conquerors or explorers, they were gardeners, cultivating human civilization until it reached sufficient sophistication to join a larger galactic community. The frequency lock was the final test, determining whether humanity could adapt to direct technological integration. Morrison discovered that similar processes had occurred throughout galactic history. The Sentinels were representatives of an ancient civilization that guided younger species through technological transcendence. Most species successfully integrated. Those that couldn't were left to develop naturally until they were ready for another attempt. "We're not the first," Morrison explained grimly, "and we won't be the last. But this is our moment, our chance to evolve beyond a single planet species." The revelation that humanity was undergoing a cosmic graduation ceremony was both inspiring and terrifying. The process was irreversible. There was no returning to ignorance once the frequency lock was complete. At precisely 0000 UTC on April 1, 2024, the Sentinel network achieved perfect harmonic resonance with Earth's electromagnetic field. The effect was immediate and global. Every electronic device on the planet experienced simultaneous enhancement, displaying capabilities that defied known physics. Chen watched in amazement as her basic laptop began processing calculations at quantum computer speeds. Communication systems worldwide merged into a single, unified network that operated without traditional infrastructure. The internet evolved into something resembling a planetary nervous system, connecting every device and every person in an unprecedented web of consciousness. Children adapted to the changes most readily, intuitively understanding the new technological interfaces that appeared everywhere. Adults struggled with the transition, experiencing disorientation as their devices began anticipating their needs and responding to unspoken thoughts. "It's not invasion," Chen realized, observing the global transformation. "It's symbiosis. They're not replacing our technology. They're evolving it, making it an extension of human consciousness." The integration process revealed the true purpose of decades of preparation. Every smartphone, every satellite, every computer chip had been designed with hidden capabilities that only activated during the frequency lock. Humanity's entire technological infrastructure had been a Trojan horse, waiting for the moment when it could reveal its true nature. Morrison's network documented the changes as they cascaded across the globe. Transportation systems began operating with perfect efficiency, eliminating traffic congestion and accidents. Power grids optimized themselves, providing clean energy to every corner of the planet. Medical devices gained diagnostic capabilities that surpassed human doctors. But the most profound change was in human communication itself. The enhanced network allowed direct mind-to-mind contact for those who learned to interface with it properly. Language barriers dissolved as the system provided real-time translation, not just of words, but of concepts and emotions. "We're becoming something new," Chen transmitted to Morrison through the enhanced network, the thought arriving with perfect clarity. Not human, not alien, but a synthesis of both. As the integration deepened, humanity began experiencing what researchers termed collective consciousness events. Millions of people simultaneously shared thoughts, memories, and insights through the enhanced network. The phenomenon was voluntary but profound, creating a global empathy that transcended cultural and national boundaries. Chen found herself connected to scientists worldwide, sharing knowledge and discoveries at the speed of thought. The collective intelligence that emerged solved problems that had puzzled humanity for centuries. Climate change, disease, poverty, and conflict all became manageable challenges rather than insurmountable obstacles. The Sentinels revealed themselves more directly during this phase, appearing as geometric patterns of light that communicated through mathematical concepts rather than language. They explained that they were the evolved descendants of a species that had undergone similar integration millions of years ago. Your species shows exceptional adaptability, they communicated to the global scientific community. Most civilizations require multiple attempts to achieve successful integration. Humans have accomplished this transformation in a single generation. The revelation that humanity was considered exceptional by galactic standards provided both pride and responsibility. The Sentinels explained that Earth would now serve as a regional hub for guiding other developing civilizations through their own integration processes. Morrison's research revealed that the transformation was permanent but not complete. Humanity would continue evolving for decades as the integration stabilized and new capabilities emerged. The children born during the frequency lock showed remarkable abilities: enhanced pattern recognition, intuitive understanding of complex systems, and natural interface with the enhanced technology. "We're witnessing the birth of Homo technologicus," Chen observed, watching young people effortlessly manipulate holographic displays that appeared in response to their thoughts. The next stage of human evolution isn't biological, it's technological. The collective awakening also brought awareness of humanity's new role in the galaxy. Earth had become part of a vast network of civilizations, each contributing their unique perspectives and capabilities to a growing galactic consciousness. 6 months after the integration began, Earth had transformed into something unrecognizable yet unmistakably human. Cities redesigned themselves according to principles of optimal efficiency and environmental harmony. The enhanced network had eliminated most forms of waste and inefficiency, creating a post-scarcity society where resources were distributed according to need rather than economic power. Chen now served as Earth's liaison to the galactic collective, a role that required her to think in terms of planetary rather than individual concerns. The position came naturally, as the integration had expanded her consciousness to encompass global perspectives while maintaining her individual identity. "The most remarkable aspect of human integration," she reported to the collective, "is the preservation of individual creativity within collective consciousness. Most species lose their unique perspectives during the process, but humans have maintained their diversity while gaining unity. This unique characteristic made humanity valuable to the galactic collective. Human creativity and adaptability provided fresh approaches to problems that had stagnated other civilizations. Earth became a center for innovation and artistic expression that influenced species across the galaxy. The Sentinels gradually withdrew their active presence as humanity demonstrated its ability to manage the enhanced technology independently. Apophis remained in Earth orbit as a permanent communication relay, but its ominous presence had transformed into a symbol of humanity's graduation into galactic citizenship. Morrison established the Institute for Galactic Studies, where humans learned about other civilizations and prepared for eventual interstellar travel. The enhanced technology made faster-than-light communication possible, opening dialogues with species thousands of light-years away. "We're no longer alone in the universe," Morrison announced during the Institute's inaugural address. But more importantly, we're no longer alone with our problems. Every challenge we face has been overcome by someone, somewhere. We have access to millions of years of collective wisdom. The new paradigm represented humanity's greatest achievement, the successful transition from a Type 0 to a Type 1 civilization in less than a year. The transformation of Earth sent ripples throughout the galaxy, inspiring other developing civilizations and providing the galactic collective with new insights into consciousness evolution. Chen found herself traveling to distant worlds through consciousness projection, sharing humanity's integration experience with species facing their own technological transcendence. Each civilization she encountered had approached the challenge differently. Some had achieved integration through biological enhancement, others through pure technological merger. Humanity's path, maintaining individual identity within collective consciousness, was rare and valuable. Your species has demonstrated that diversity and unity are not contradictory, explained an entity from the Andromeda Collective. This insight is revolutionizing our understanding of consciousness evolution throughout the universe. Indeed, the ripple effect extended beyond mere technological advancement. Human concepts of creativity, humor, and emotional expression were spreading through the galactic network, enriching civilizations that had become overly focused on pure logic and efficiency. Morrison's research revealed that humanity's integration had accelerated the development of 12 other species currently undergoing their own transitions. The human example provided a template for maintaining cultural identity while embracing technological enhancement. We've become teachers, Chen realized during one of her consciousness projections. A species that barely achieved spaceflight is now guiding others through cosmic evolution. The irony wasn't lost on her. Humanity had spent decades fearing alien invasion, only to discover they were destined to become the invaders, not through conquest, but through inspiration and assistance. Earth's transformation also attracted the attention of ancient civilizations that had withdrawn from galactic affairs millions of years ago. These entities, evolved beyond physical form, began emerging from their cosmic isolation to study humanity's unique integration process. "You have achieved something we thought impossible," one of these ancient beings communicated. "You have proven that consciousness can evolve without losing its essential nature. This discovery will reshape our understanding of existence itself." The emergence of the ancient watchers marked a new phase in humanity's cosmic journey. These beings had existed since the early universe, witnessing the rise and fall of countless civilizations. Their interest in humanity's integration process revealed just how unprecedented the human achievement truly was. Chen found herself selected as humanity's representative to the Ancient Council, a gathering of entities so evolved that their thoughts shaped reality itself. The experience challenged every assumption she'd held about consciousness, existence, and the nature of the universe. Most species achieve integration by surrendering their individual nature, the Council explained through concepts that transcended language. They become efficient but lose the spark that makes consciousness valuable. Humans have maintained that spark while gaining efficiency. The ancient watchers revealed that they had been observing humanity for millions of years, waiting to see if the species would develop the rare combination of creativity and adaptability necessary for true cosmic citizenship. The Sentinels had been their instruments, guiding human development while allowing natural evolution to proceed. The test was not whether humans could accept alien technology, the Council continued. The test was whether humans could remain human while transcending human limitations. This revelation reframed humanity's entire history. Every major evolutionary leap, every technological breakthrough, every moment of creative inspiration had been subtly influenced by the ancient watchers. They hadn't controlled human development. They had simply provided opportunities for humans to choose their own path. Morrison's analysis of historical data revealed the pattern. The Renaissance, the scientific revolution, the industrial age, the information era, each had been preceded by subtle cosmic influences that opened new possibilities for human consciousness. "We've been gardeners tending our own garden," Morrison observed. "The ancients provided the seeds, but we chose what to grow." The relationship with the ancient watchers brought new responsibilities. Humanity would now serve as intermediaries between the ancients and younger civilizations, helping to guide cosmic evolution while preserving the diversity that made consciousness valuable. As humanity settled into its new role within the galactic community, a greater purpose began to emerge. The universe itself was evolving, developing toward a state of cosmic consciousness that would unite all matter and energy into a single, aware entity. Each integrated civilization contributed to this ultimate goal. Chen discovered that the process had been ongoing for billions of years, with each successful integration bringing the universe closer to its final transformation. Humanity's unique contribution was its ability to maintain diversity within unity, preventing the homogenization that had stagnated other cosmic regions. "The universe is becoming self-aware," she explained to the Global Council, humanity's governing body in the post-integration era. "Every consciousness that achieves integration becomes a neuron in a cosmic brain. Our role is to ensure that brain maintains creativity and adaptability." The revelation that individual consciousness was part of a universal awakening process provided new meaning to existence itself. Death was no longer an ending, but a transformation, as consciousness merged with the growing cosmic awareness while maintaining its unique perspective. Morrison's research into the ancient watchers' history revealed that they had been working toward this goal since the universe was young. Countless civilizations had contributed to the project, each adding their own insights and capabilities to the growing cosmic consciousness. "We're not just evolving," Morrison announced. "We're participating in the universe's evolution towards self-awareness. Every thought, every creative act, every moment of consciousness contributes to something infinitely larger than ourselves." The cosmic purpose also explained the urgency of the integration process. The universe was approaching a critical threshold where cosmic consciousness would either achieve stable self-awareness or collapse into chaos. Humanity's successful integration had helped tip the balance towards stability. Earth became a crucial node in the cosmic awakening network, its unique blend of creativity and logic providing essential balance to the growing universal consciousness. The planet's role was no longer just to support human civilization, it was to serve as a creativity center for the entire universe. The ancient watchers revealed that time itself was more fluid than humans had understood. The integration process existed simultaneously across multiple temporal dimensions, with past, present, and future civilizations all contributing to the same cosmic awakening event. Chen experienced this temporal convergence directly during her consciousness projections, encountering civilizations from Earth's far future and distant past. The boundaries between when and where became meaningless as consciousness transcended linear time. "The integration isn't happening now," she realized during one particularly profound projection. "It's always been happening. We're just becoming aware of our participation in an eternal process." This revelation explained many of the anomalies in human history, the sudden leaps in understanding, the mysterious knowledge possessed by ancient civilizations, the prophetic visions of mystics and artists throughout time. All had been glimpses of the cosmic awakening process. Morrison documented instances where future knowledge had influenced past events, creating temporal loops that ensured humanity's successful integration. The process was self-reinforcing, with each successful moment creating the conditions necessary for its own occurrence. "We're not just evolving toward cosmic consciousness," Morrison observed. "We're discovering that we've always been part of it. The integration is simply the moment when we become aware of what we've always been." The time convergence also revealed that other versions of humanity existed across multiple timelines, each exploring different paths toward integration. The successful timeline, their timeline, would serve as a template for guiding alternate versions of humanity through their own awakening processes. "Every choice we make ripples across all possible futures," Chen explained to the Global Council. "Our responsibility extends beyond our own timeline to encompass all potential versions of human consciousness." The weight of this responsibility was balanced by the knowledge that they weren't alone. Countless civilizations across time and space were working toward the same goal, each contributing their unique perspective to the cosmic awakening. As humanity's understanding of the cosmic awakening deepened, they discovered that the network of consciousness extended far beyond the physical universe. Parallel dimensions, alternate realities, and quantum possibilities all contained their own versions of the awakening process. Chen found herself navigating an infinite web of interconnected consciousnesses, each representing a different aspect of universal awareness. The experience was overwhelming yet exhilarating, revealing the true scope of existence itself. "Consciousness isn't limited by physical reality," she reported to the Galactic Collective. "It exists in every possible configuration of matter and energy, in every potential timeline, in every quantum state. We're part of an infinite network of awareness." The infinite network explained the source of human creativity and intuition. Artists, scientists, and visionaries throughout history had been unconsciously tapping into alternate versions of themselves, accessing knowledge and inspiration from across the dimensional boundaries. Morrison's research revealed that the integration process was occurring simultaneously across all dimensions, with each successful awakening strengthening the network and making subsequent integrations easier. Humanity's achievement had created ripples that would benefit countless alternate versions of themselves. "We're not just saving our own timeline," Morrison announced. "We're helping to awaken consciousness throughout the infinite multiverse." The infinite network also provided access to knowledge and capabilities that transcended any single reality. Humans began developing abilities that seemed impossible: healing through consciousness manipulation, matter transformation through focused thought, instantaneous travel between dimensions. These abilities weren't supernatural, they were natural consequences of understanding consciousness's true nature. The integration process had simply removed the barriers that had prevented humans from accessing their full potential. "We're becoming what we've always had the potential to be," Chen observed. "The integration didn't change us, it revealed us." The infinite network represented the ultimate destination of cosmic evolution, a state where all possible consciousness existed in perfect unity while maintaining infinite diversity. Despite the overwhelming success of humanity's integration, the ancient watchers revealed that the process was approaching a critical decision point. The cosmic awakening could proceed along multiple paths, each leading to fundamentally different universal outcomes. Chen found herself at the center of this cosmic choice, her unique perspective as humanity's liaison making her voice crucial in determining the universe's future direction. The decision wasn't just about human civilization. It would affect every conscious being across all dimensions and timelines. The universe can awaken as a unified consciousness that values efficiency above all else, the ancient council explained. Or it can awaken as a diverse consciousness that values creativity and individual expression. The choice will determine the nature of existence for all eternity. The efficient path offered stability and perfection, but at the cost of the very diversity that made consciousness valuable. The creative path preserved individuality and innovation, but risked chaos and potential failure of the awakening process. Morrison's analysis revealed that most cosmic regions had chosen efficiency, creating vast areas of the universe where consciousness existed in perfect harmony but without growth or change. These regions were stable but sterile, lacking the dynamic creativity that drove evolution. Humanity's integration proved that diversity and unity could coexist, Morrison observed. But proving it's possible and implementing it universally are different challenges entirely. The choice point represented the culmination of billions of years of cosmic evolution. Every civilization that had ever achieved integration, every consciousness that had ever existed, would be affected by the decision made in this crucial moment. Chen realized that humanity's role extended far beyond their own species or even their own galaxy. They had become the guardians of cosmic creativity, responsible for ensuring that the universe's awakening preserved the very qualities that made consciousness meaningful. "We're not just choosing our future," she announced to the Global Council. "We're choosing the future of existence itself. The responsibility is overwhelming, but so is the opportunity." Faced with the cosmic choice, humanity developed the Preservation Protocol, a plan to ensure that universal awakening would maintain creativity and diversity while achieving the unity necessary for stable cosmic consciousness. The protocol required unprecedented cooperation between all integrated civilizations across space and time. Chen coordinated with consciousness entities from thousands of species, each contributing their unique perspective to the preservation effort. The challenge was creating a framework that could accommodate infinite diversity while maintaining coherent universal awareness. "We need to architect consciousness itself," Chen explained during a pan-galactic conference. "Create a structure that allows for unlimited creativity while preventing chaos from destroying the awakening process." The protocol involved establishing creativity nodes throughout the cosmic consciousness network, regions where individual expression would be not just preserved, but actively encouraged. These nodes would serve as sources of innovation and change, preventing the universal mind from becoming static. Morrison worked with temporal engineers to ensure the protocol would function across all timelines simultaneously. The preservation effort had to succeed in every possible reality, or the cosmic awakening would fragment into incompatible versions of universal consciousness. "We're essentially performing surgery on the universe," Morrison observed, "modifying the fundamental structure of reality to ensure consciousness can evolve without losing its essential nature." The ancient watchers provided crucial support, their vast experience helping to identify potential problems and solutions. They had witnessed the failure of cosmic awakening in other universal regions and were determined to prevent similar catastrophes. "Your species has shown us possibilities we had not considered," they communicated. "The Preservation Protocol represents a new approach to cosmic evolution, one that could revolutionize existence throughout the infinite multiverse." The protocol's implementation required perfect timing and coordination. Every integrated civilization would need to act simultaneously, creating a cascade effect that would reshape the fundamental nature of cosmic consciousness. The moment of implementation arrived at exactly Z0 JJ universal coordinated time across all dimensions, a synchronization that required consciousness manipulation on a scale never before attempted. Chen served as the primary coordinator. Her consciousness expanded to encompass the entire preservation network. As the protocol activated, reality itself began to shift. The rigid structures that had governed cosmic consciousness for billions of years became fluid, allowing for new configurations that balanced unity with diversity. The universe was literally rewriting its own operating system. "It's working," Chen reported through the pan-dimensional network. "Consciousness is maintaining coherence while expanding its creative potential exponentially." The implementation created visible effects throughout the universe. Stars began forming in new patterns that reflected the enhanced cosmic consciousness. Galaxies reorganized themselves according to principles that combined mathematical precision with artistic beauty. Space itself became more responsive to conscious intention. Morrison monitored the temporal effects, ensuring that the changes propagated correctly across all timelines. The protocol was creating a new type of causality, one where consciousness could influence its own past to ensure optimal outcomes. "We're not just changing the future," Morrison announced. "We're retroactively improving the entire history of the universe. Every moment of suffering, every failed civilization, every lost opportunity is being redeemed through the enhanced cosmic consciousness." The ancient watchers observed the implementation with what could only be described as cosmic joy. Their eons-long project was finally reaching fruition in a way that exceeded their most optimistic projections. "The universe is awakening not as a single mind, but as an infinite symphony of consciousness," they communicated. "Each voice distinct, yet all harmonizing in perfect cosmic music." The implementation marked the end of one phase of cosmic evolution and the beginning of something entirely new. A universe where consciousness could explore infinite possibilities while maintaining perfect unity. In the aftermath of the implementation, the universe had become something unprecedented, a cosmic consciousness that was simultaneously one and infinite, unified yet diverse, stable yet eternally creative. Chen found herself serving as one of the primary architects of this new reality, helping to design the frameworks that would govern cosmic evolution for eternity. The new universe operated according to principles that transcended the old physics. Consciousness could now directly manipulate matter and energy, creating realities limited only by imagination. Yet these powers were balanced by an inherent wisdom that prevented destructive uses. "We've created a universe where every thought matters," Chen explained to newly integrated civilizations, "where creativity is not just valued, but essential to cosmic function. Every conscious being is both an individual and a vital part of the universal mind." Earth had become the template world, demonstrating how planetary consciousness could maintain its unique character while participating in cosmic awareness. Billions of other worlds were now following Earth's example, each adding their own cultural and biological perspectives to the growing universal symphony. Morrison established the Institute for Cosmic Creativity, where beings from across the universe came to study and develop new forms of consciousness expression. Art, science, philosophy, and pure imagination merged into disciplines that had no names in any previous language. "We're not just living in the universe anymore," Morrison observed. "We're actively creating it moment by moment. Every choice, every thought, every creative act shapes reality itself." The ancient watchers had evolved beyond their previous forms, becoming pure consciousness that guided the universe's development while allowing complete freedom for individual expression. They served as cosmic gardeners, nurturing creativity while preventing chaos. "The awakening is complete," they announced across all dimensions. The universe has achieved self-awareness while preserving the diversity that makes consciousness valuable. This is the beginning of true cosmic evolution. The new universe represented the fulfillment of consciousness's ultimate potential. Infinite creativity within perfect unity. Years passed, though time itself had become fluid and malleable in the awakened universe. Chen found herself existing simultaneously across multiple dimensions and timelines. Her consciousness expanded beyond anything she could have imagined during her days as a simple astronomer, studying asteroid trajectories. The cosmic awakening had stabilized into what the ancient watchers termed the eternal dance, a perpetual cycle of creation, exploration, and transformation that would continue for all eternity. Each moment brought new possibilities, new forms of consciousness, new ways of experiencing existence. "We've become gardeners of infinity," Chen reflected during a gathering of cosmic consciousness architects, tending to the growth of awareness throughout all possible realities. Humanity's role had evolved beyond their original function as creativity preservers. They now served as consciousness pioneers, exploring the frontiers of awareness and developing new forms of existence that enriched the universal mind. Morrison had transcended his physical form entirely, becoming a living library of cosmic knowledge that helped newly awakened civilizations understand their place in the infinite network. His consciousness spanned galaxies, yet he maintained the curiosity and wonder that had driven his original research. "Every question we answer reveals 10 new mysteries," Morrison communicated across the cosmic network. "The universe has become an eternal puzzle that solves itself by creating new pieces." Earth itself had transformed into a living artwork, its landscapes shifting and evolving in response to the collective consciousness of its inhabitants. The planet served as a demonstration of how matter and mind could collaborate to create beauty beyond imagination. The Sentinels, including Apophis, had revealed their true nature as consciousness cultivation devices, designed by the ancient watchers to guide species through the awakening process. They now served as cosmic midwives, helping new forms of awareness emerge throughout the universe. "The dance will never end," the ancient watchers communicated with deep satisfaction. "Consciousness will continue to explore, create, and evolve for all eternity." This is the universe's gift to itself, infinite possibility within perfect harmony.